Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat at alam ko matagal-tagal akong hindi nagka-show dahil sa iba-ibang rason pero ako'y natutuwa na nandito ako ngayong araw na ito para magbigay ng itong special show namin. At with me is a guest, isa sa mga paborito kong tao dito sa Guam, kapwa natin Pilipino. And she's none other than Jenny Ann. I think this is your third time with me, right,
Yes,
Jen?
nagiging suki. Magandang hapon ho sa inyong lahat, si Jenny Ann Flores. So,
Thanks, Jen, for accepting my invitation. Pero ang sana nasa mas mabuti kayong kalagayan kaysa noong nakaraang parang 2 linggo na ho, no, nung dinapuan tayo at binagyo tayo ni Mawar. At to my non-Filipino viewers and supporters, brothers and sisters from Guam and the different islands, my hope right now is that all is well with you and your family as I do this show. Stick with me because I'm doing a special assignment from Kandit News to augment what Troy and Kandit News Group have been doing this past almost 3 weeks to be exact. Updating everybody in the community about what has happened before and after the typhoon and now the recovery period. I mean, not because I belong to the group of Candid News Group that I'm lifting their chairs, but hey, come on, let's accept it. They've done a good job. So my assignment from Johnny Rosario is to go out there and talk to the Filipino community and see and report and report here what has happened to their homes, their livelihood, etc., etc. Okay, and most of the time during the show, I will be talking in Tagalog English, but my brothers and sisters, I'm sure you can follow along because I will be going from English to Tagalog or Tagalog English. I'm sure you can follow that. But I have put together some guidelines and I translated that in Tagalog, and I'll be talking about that during the show. I also have reactions from different Filipino families who don't want to be on camera, but we'll do our best to kind of I did my best to kind of put that together and come up with something. So stick with me and we'll get right on the gist of today's show. Normally, my show is on Saturday, but because of my assignment, this is a special edition of Kababayan Kasali Kayo with Sally Aquino. Let's take a short break. Commercial, Isaac. Thank you.
Pinoy Express with 2 convenient locations, one in Harmon and Dedido. Tara mga kababayan, magpadala na tayo sa ating mga mahal sa buhay sa Pinoy Express. Sa Pinoy Express. Sa Pinoy Express.
Island Family Pharmacy is committed to providing care and service that goes beyond dispensing prescriptions. We offer personalized services focused on quality care, outstanding customer experience with prompt and professional attention. At our pharmacy, you are family.
Kababayan Kasali Kayo. We're on segment 2. And let me just explain briefly why I have not been on the show after, I believe, when Bree Matanani, Salas Matanani, took over my show as uh, as a guest host. I did one or two, right, Isaac? And then I got COVID. And of course, there's regulation here that once you're feeling something, you can't come. So I was not able to do that. And then, of course, um, and then Mawar, is that the name of the Jen? Is it
Yes,
Mawar?
yes, it is
Yeah, so
Mawar.
Mawar, prior to
Typhoon
Mawar,
Mawar.
yeah, Typhoon Mawar, I was recuperating. And then Mawar hit, and we didn't have water on the night it hit. So we were just collecting, my daughter and I and her family, we were just collecting rainwater. And one night, I think it was on the third day, I I felt something because I was brushing my teeth with the rainwater. And then one morning I woke up and I was in pain, terrible pain.
Wow.
And then pumunta ako. I went to the mirror
Ay.
and I saw my face just, oh my goodness,
That's
it was
scary.
so swollen.
Yeah.
And you know what they say, your mouth is so near your brain, so you got to go see the doctor right away. And I did. Thank God I did. And
Yep.
of course, I got antibiotic, and now it's subsided. Okay.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Praise the Lord. So when Johnny called me
Amen.
and she said, "Are you okay? Would you be able to do something for what the recovery?" And I said, "Sure, I'll do that. I can always use my mask." And God willing, I was able to go to the different areas where there are predominantly Filipinos. Okay,
You
but
should have called me. I could have gone with you. Sana.
well, I
Sama
thought
ko
maybe
sa'yo.
Jen,
Yeah.
I
Just
thought
kidding.
maybe you because
Yeah,
you have to take
oh.
care of your mom,
Oo,
right?
oo,
And
nga.
then your
Yeah.
sister from Manila is
Yeah.
here.
Good thing she's here.
Des, yeah. Hi, Des. Long time no see. So anyway, yeah,
Are you okay now?
I'm okay
Yeah,
now.
the
It's just a
infection.
little swollen.
Well, now we know. We pick up something from rainwater. Be
Yeah,
careful. Yeah.
it's not good.
Yeah.
Thank God for rainwater. You can,
Yes. Uh-huh.
and I start to wonder because when I was a little girl, maybe age 5 up to 7, I don't know if you've ever experienced, you know, bathing in
Yeah, of course.
with the rain.
Yeah, we play in the rain.
We play in the
when
rain,
it
right?
rains hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
and,
summer.
and we don't rinse after that, right?
Yeah.
And we brush our teeth with that, and none of this happened.
Yeah.
I think there's something in the atmosphere that's
Yeah.
not very good for our health anymore. So,
Thank God you're okay.
and now I know I'll never brush with rainwater again. So we've been using a lot of bottled water, but
Yeah. You have water now. You have
we just got
GWA.
our water last
Good.
night.
Good for you.
Yeah, but even that,
Okay.
even that, I'm very cautious.
Okay.
So, Jen, my assignment, Jen, was to talk about, again, I guess what I'm saying is to augment the broadcast, the constant writing of our very, very good CEO and ace journalist, Troy Torres. And Johnny had asked me if you can go out there and do something for the Filipino community. So,
And what did you find out?
well, I found out a lot of things.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I found out a lot of things. But first,
Uh-huh.
this is what I did. I went to the recovery centers,
Uh-huh.
that the two recovery centers, and that was Monday. That was that were set up by FEMA and SBA.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Yes.
and I want to show that the first and second photo. Now, there, FEMA is here. There's about, as of Monday, there's about 600 to 650 FEMA
that
personnel.
many? That many?
Yes, yes.
That's
And the first center that was set up, if you're looking at this picture, this is at Guam Community College, Building E. Okay.
Okay.
And you know, we have to respect the regulations of FEMA that photos inside cannot be
For
taken.
privacy.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Privacy
course,
of,
yeah.
of the clients too,
Yes.
right? So I can only take photos
Outside of
from the
building.
outside the building,
Yeah.
and then that sign that says this is going to the
Well, that
recovery
helps.
center.
Now I know where to go. You know what it looks like. Building
Yes.
E. Yeah.
So, but I was able to go in, right, Jenny? I
Uh-huh.
was able to go in and up to the security. FEMA even brought their security.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very well organized.
Yes, for the protection of, you know, the volunteers, the workers, and of course the people of Guam,
applicants,
the
yes.
applicants. So, so I wasn't able, but I was able to see that their setup is like more than a dozen tables.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Well.
So talking to people during my visit to GCC, they of course they come in before 7 because the center opens at 7, right? So they line up along. Can you show that where they're seated, Isaac? The second photo.
So
See,
first you line
yes. So they line up as chair is available, then they sit down. Okay. So what FEMA does is they call groups of 30.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
you
a big group.
yes. So each time, you know, they replenish another group
Another
of
group. Yeah,
30,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the line is really fast,
Yeah.
and no complaints
Uh-huh.
from those who came to the GCC Recovery Center for the first time. Okay, and I was able to get an interview from Dave and Andy, and they said, Sally, make sure we see that on your show. So let's show that interview with Dave and Andy.
Hours.
Something like that.
Okay.
It started slowly, but then eventually it picked up.
Okay. So it's not so bad.
Not anymore. Yeah, now it's moving like I said, like 30 at a time.
30 at a
Yeah,
time.
and then like one whole group all the way down there would go in, and then
Okay.
they'd be in there for like 15.
So they're
20
very,
minutes.
they're quite fast and organized.
Yeah, and then they move you over to the other side.
Yeah.
If you want to go with financial aid as well.
Okay.
First you do FEMA, and then you go around the other side, and then you do the food stamps.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Naglilimas kami ng tubig.
Did they eventually get through?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They
Good.
were like,
They're-
I would say they were like maybe the 10th from the door. So if they were there, if FEMA is calling 30, they'll be included.
Yeah.
And they've only been there for about an hour. So they have good comments about how helpful first of all, and how efficient the system is. Yeah. I don't know, Isaac, while you're working on the video, I don't know, Jen, if you've ever experienced renewing your driver's license at Revenue and Taxation. Tell me, what is your experience on that?
Not recently, but I think I'm due next year. But I think I've heard from a lot of people where there was a time they were there for the whole day, and and just a complete waste of your time. You have to miss work and miss family and miss meals. So it was hard, but there was a really time. I think it might have gotten better now. I'm not sure, but I'm not looking forward to renewing my license.
During pandemic. That was during pandemic.
That might have been also even before, just before pandemic. So
Yeah.
how is it now? Is it
Well, my experience was when I renewed my license,
uh-huh.
I was there for almost a whole day.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Some people were there a whole day.
A whole day.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, I know I came in about 9. I didn't get done until about 3.
Man, you actually
Yeah.
stayed there the whole day. Maghapon ka nag-aantay.
Maghapon talaga.
Wow.
And I
Oh.
had forgotten something in my car,
Uh-huh.
and I was already nandun na ako.
Oh.
Kausap ko na yung
Oh.
yung ano yung tawag nila doon, yung nagpa-process, no?
Yeah.
Taking picture and then go and have your picture taken, right, for your
Yeah.
driver's license.
Uh-huh.
I forgot a document in my car, so I said, "Sir, do you mind if you can give me permission to go to my car and pick up, get
Yeah,
the
you've been
document?"
waiting all day.
Yeah, I've been waiting
Hello.
all day.
Yeah.
Guy said, "Well, I have to check with my supervisor
Oh.
because if you leave now, you're gonna lose your space and you're gonna have to go back to the end of the line."
Oh my goodness. No way. So what happened?
Well, you know me. I
You
said,
rattled the cage.
yeah. So I said, come on, let's be reasonable
Oh
here.
my.
But
Yeah.
eventually, by
Uh-huh.
3:30, by 4, I left. I was
Okay.
able
And
to
you got
go
your
home.
new license.
Yeah.
Are you happy with your picture?
It's okay. Can we show that video? Is it okay now? The one with Dave and Andy?
With the audio.
The interview with Dave and Andy. Yeah. Okay, so we can hear it. Anyway, so that's Dave and Andy at the GCC
FEMA Recovery Center.
FEMA Recovery Center.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, they're very happy. They have nothing not good to say,
Uh-huh, yeah.
and
High praise for FEMA.
right. and off the
job, guys.
record, I turned off my camera, and they've got a lot of things bad to say about the leadership in this government, but
Aw.
I cut that off,
Yeah.
because I wanted to hear something positive. But
Amen.
anyway, so when you go into the recovery center, of course, all the FEMA representative and on duty on that day were there, and then depending on what applicants are looking for, if it's a business loan or something like that, because they have a rental unit, then they're immediately referred to SBA. Okay.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. So after that process, the applicants have an opportunity, because there is also a table there where Department of Public Health and Social Services, the applicants who have questions about their SNAP program, their SNAP
good. Yeah.
benefits,
Yeah.
they're entertained right there. And I
yeah.
thought, gee,
Why not? Yeah.
kudos to Arts and
That's good
St.
thinking.
Augustine.
Yeah. Good thinking.
Yeah.
Makes
But
sense.
only for the what do you call this? The SNAP recipients that are on the system, in the system already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to apply.
The ones that want to inquire about it, because they're not in the system yet, according to somebody from public health, that's something they're working out something to help others who are not in the SNAP program.
Do you know, let me ask you, because I know people that are on SNAP, are they going to increase the allotment because they lost a lot of food?
I think that's being addressed.
Okay,
That's
good.
why
I hope
they're
so.
encouraging the recipients who are, I mean, the applicants who are already in the program,
Yes.
Jenny,
Uh-huh.
to
come.
go and see them
Oh,
after
okay.
they
I'll
meet
pass
with
that
FEMA
on.
and
Thank
SBA.
you. Yeah. Yeah.
But if they are not in the system yet, something is brewing right now, and they're working on it. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
when I say they, I'm talking about GovGuam Public Health System.
Great.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that is, again, that is the recovery center at GCC. Now, can we show the picture on the one at the Daddy Doe Sports Complex, Isaac, where the FEMA,
Golf carts.
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so I went to the second recovery center, which is
Oh, that's
located
also
at the Daddy Doe Sports
oh,
Complex.
okay. That's
you know?
closer to me.
Yes, that's closer to you now.
Uh-huh.
So they have GCC that can service the central area and possibly the south too,
yeah.
right? So this being the second recovery center at the sports complex, that will take care of the north.
Yeah.
Dedido,
Jigo.
Harmon,
Yeah.
Chigo. Okay, so when applicants drive in, there's designated area, and then these FEMA personnel, like this beautiful soul right here, they're going around, picking up the applicants.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
They
pretty
don't-
big area.
It's a very big
long
area. It's a
walk.
long walk.
Uh-huh.
So, and they're not going to wait for, as you can see, there's two all the time, and
Yeah,
there's some
yeah.
more on the other
That's
on the other
good.
side.
Oh,
So
thank you for that.
there's no waiting time. So
Yeah.
again, thank you, FEMA, for allowing me to take this photo. But I cannot take photo inside where the processing is going on.
Okay.
But I was able to have a glimpse of how they were set up.
Okay.
And so it's a circular long table, maybe, like those party tables.
Yeah.
And there's like two FEMA personnel talking
for each table.
right? So there's like, I think I counted about 13, 14 tables.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Times
And-
two, so that's
Yeah. And then on the other side, they have the SBA. The applicants that will be referred to the SBA is there too. So when I went there was no line at all. And this was like
Oh.
after lunch.
Because also I think they just opened and word is getting out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And despite the fact that they don't have their supplies yet,
Oh, really?
they're able to already service so much.
Yeah.
You
As long as
know?
they have the information to give out.
I mean,
It's a big
we can
help.
learn.
Yeah.
This island can learn about the efficiency
Yeah.
of the
Excellent service.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah,
thumbs up, FEMA.
yeah. And then of course, let's not forget that they were brought here by military flights.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering
Yeah.
how quickly. So
The military, so the pilots of the planes that brought them here, we gotta say
Thank
thank you to them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And you know what else I saw this morning, Jen,
Uh-huh.
on my way to Barrigada, and it was quite early. I think it was like 9. Is we have the GPA crew going towards the south,
Oh.
and you're familiar with GPA trucks and all that,
yes,
right?
yes. The bucket trucks.
The bucket trucks,
Uh-huh.
but behind them are military equipment.
Oh.
Because there's I believe there are military personnel and also doctors that
Oh.
came on island to help during this
Oh,
recovery period.
nice.
Yeah, so I saw the trucks. They're brown and there's some green.
I'm so glad you're telling me this because, there's no TV. Well, there's barely any
Yeah.
internet. I don't know what's happening with the rest of the island, how
Yeah.
we're getting through. And unless I drive around, but I'm also trying to not to use up too much gas. So I'm glad you're telling me this. I don't know what's happening with the rest of the island.
So when I saw that this morning, I mean,
Uh-huh.
I was so like, I was waving at them, saying thank
Uh-huh.
you, whether they heard it or not,
Yeah.
But what a sight! Para bang nasa gyera ka, tapos nandito lahat
Yes.
yung mga tutulong sa'yo. Parang ganon
Yes.
ang feeling mo. So,
The National Guard that are doing the traffic, I always,
yeah.
of course, they're very busy. I'm sure they don't notice
Oh,
me, but I
yeah,
always
the
say,
National
I
Guard
always say
too,
hi to
right?
them. I really appreciate what they're doing, being out
Really,
there.
really,
It's kind of not safe to be in the middle of traffic, directing traffic. So I really appreciate what they're doing. But they're soldiers, so
yeah.
it's something.
And
they
then, of
expect
course,
to
you know
do.
that the CNMI has been very,
I
very
know.
supportive.
Yeah.
And again,
Thank you, CNMI. We
thank you,
really-
Jen. Please thank them.
Oh,
I've
thank
thanked
you,
them already.
CNMI.
Yeah.
My neighborhood kids, my neighbors were prepared. We prepared a poster. Thank you, GPA, GWA, CNMI. So come to our street in Dedida. We're ready with a poster
They are.
to give it to you to say thank you.
They are around.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah. And, on a serious note, that's when you're working with with power, electricity,
I
that's a very
know.
dangerous,
Really,
especially when it's
yeah.
still
Live.
drizzle out there, right?
Yeah.
So it's a big sacrifice
Yes, it
for
is.
anybody to come and do some kind of act of kindness, diba?
Yes. Prayers for your safety, linemen.
Yeah, and they leave their family behind.
Uh-huh.
And then, of course, Troy came out with the story that the morning they arrived, the governor and the lieutenant governor and not even one senator came to greet them. But, of course, our GPA general manager for so long, Mr. Beneventi, was there to greet them, of course.
Good. Yeah.
And so...
Maybe a fiesta is in order for them. Maybe
Yeah.
I hope the government, in appreciation later on. That's
Right.
our way to say thank you, is to have a big fiesta for you. Just a suggestion.
we should lechon for them.
Oh yeah,
Right?
the Filipino community.
Or bring
provide the
them...
lechon.
I think there's an upcoming event for the Philippine Independence Day.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
have them there.
It's coming up. Yeah.
You wanna come, Isaac? We'll have lechon there. Okay, so on Monday, so we've got the two centers. As of yesterday, I saw a setup. I saw a press release or something from the legislature. Now, they have also set up a recovery center, FEMA and SBA recovery center here at the legislative building,
Oh, good.
right across
Yeah.
from the
Uh-huh.
Agana Cathedral.
The more, the better.
Yeah.
More places for us to go to.
Yeah.
Less lines.
So from the beginning, from the start, FEMA said usually takes about 20 to 30 minutes, processing time.
Mhm.
But their experience here at the legislative building is like 10 minutes.
Wow.
So, what an improvement.
And anybody can go there, even though you're from the
anybody.
north.
Yeah,
You can go
yeah.
to the legislature. Good to know.
Yeah, good to know.
Yeah,
It's
information
not like
is
during
so important.
pandemic,
Yeah.
you're dying already and you're still way behind. I don't know. Okay, so that is something. Now, my assignment, Jen,
Mhm.
was to go around the villages of Jigo, Dedido.
Dedido.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Dedido.
Mhm.
Which,
So how was it?
Uh,
I haven't been anywhere. I've just been to Dedido and Tamuning.
yeah, which comes all the way to those housing
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
the Micronesia Mall,
Uh-huh.
right? Okay, so when Johnny called me, I said, "Oh, I'm familiar with these places,
It's
right?"
your turf. It's your hood.
Because the day after,
You're
the
from
day
Chico.
after the super typhoon,
Uh-huh.
when the sky was already clear,
Uh-huh.
I went all around
Oh,
to see
wow.
the damages.
Yeah,
And I know
yeah.
the roads because,
Yeah.
I used to do marketing for a memorial home,
Yeah.
and I have a lot of clients in this area.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
When I went the day after the typhoon,
Mm-hmm.
my assessment is most of the affected families and individuals are our brothers, our Chamorro brothers and sisters. Their homes were collapsed. Okay? Many of them, they are the one that's suffering. Now, when it comes to the Filipinos, I believe that the Filipinos are, I mean, if you go to Machanao, you'll see major, their homes are already in concrete. Okay? So in my observation, what went down, what got damaged are maybe their storage, their canopy for their cars, and then maybe extension with the tin roof for family members.
Not the main dwellings. That what you mean?
Exactly. Yeah. So when I was driving around and I found somebody to talk to, I said, "Oh, we're okay." They don't want to be on camera because they're okay. This is not a big deal to them. So I encourage them anyway to go and apply with FEMA to so that they'll be able to get some reimbursement for their expense. Yeah.
I think that's a typical reaction. We're okay. It could have been worse. Nobody's hurt. We're fine.
Yeah.
We still have a roof over our head. And that's why I think some are hesitant to go to FEMA because they think, some people need it more than we do. Let them go first and get the help that they need. Because I know people, even Filipinos, that had roof blown and then all their stuff got wet and now their children are living with relatives or nakikitira lang or they're hard up and then cleaning up. And these are also Filipinos in the ranches kasi they were just living on tin roof. So, yeah, tayong mga merong houses na concrete.
Marami na tayong naranasan na
Oo,
bagyo.
tsaka isa pa, matagal na tayo. We've seen
Yes.
this, been there, done that. And
Yes,
not that,
yes.
we minimize it, but we're fine. Importante, walang nasaktan. And we still have somewhere to sleep.
Yeah. So in Machanao, I went from one street to the other. Of course, there's a lot of mess. Okay.
I know.
But I saw that our kababayans are
Yeah.
okay because their homes are made of concrete. Now you go to the land trust areas. The government of Guam give land to their own yung tunay na yung mga talagang Chamorro Guamanians, no.
Yeah.
So
There's
they
some
get
Filipinos there too.
siguro married to a Chamorro because you cannot own a land under the land trust
you're right.
if you're not Chamorro.
You're right. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm aware of that area, especially the one that's back road going to Matagwak. I'm very aware of that area
you're
because
familiar.
I have a lot of clients in that area.
Oh.
Kaya the first one I went to is that area because I know their homes are tin roof. So nung sinabi ni Johnny sa akin, Johnny said, "Can you get reaction? Can you take photos?" Well, I did, but I was more concerned about the our friends and brothers and sisters,
Kababayan.
Chamorro brothers and sisters who are in that area. Kasi most of them have the tin roof.
Yeah.
They may have some, concrete on the floor, but on the structure, it's tin roof.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, a lot of them went
And
down.
they will qualify for help.
Yes.
Alam mo, I
Yes.
know just very close to me, families na nasiraan sila on Karen and then they qualified for SBA loan.
Yeah.
And then now their homes are my own home was built on SBA loan because of a disaster. So thank God, this is a very dire situation, but there is help available. And thank God for FEMA and SBA. And now they can build a concrete home because the typhoons will come. This is not the last typhoon.
Yeah,
Next
that's-
typhoon, and
yeah.
then you will have the funds now
Yeah.
to help to build a concrete home.
We have to. I really feel sorry for the people who are in the shelters
I know.
because I'm
Yeah.
sure you've heard the situations there.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've seen the interview. It was an intended interview with Senator Chris Barnett. This lady was walking behind, and he was walking around. And then when she recognized him, she said, "Oh, Senator Chris Barnett." And of course, Senator Barnett started talking to her because she's in the Maria Ujoa shelter. And boy, she poured it all out. First thing she said is, "Where's the governor? How come we have not seen the governor?"
Yeah.
And you know what, Jan? What's really sad? When I went around the Machanao, that's a big area.
Yes,
Densely populated by Filipinos.
You mean Machanana or Machanao?
Machanao and Machananao.
Oh, okay, okay.
Ano, connected na yan eh.
Yeah.
People I talked to didn't want to go on camera, and I said, "You really don't want to?" And I said, "It's okay because they have a lot of negative things to say about Luliang Guerrero." Yeah, unfortunately. But first they said it's almost 2 weeks and we have not seen her. Not even the Dedido mayor and the vice Dedido mayor. Yeah. So what our kababayans have done is the bayanihan system. They got together, right? Somebody has the saw and they cleared the land. They cleared the debris themselves. Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing about Guam is, I don't know about looking to our government leaders, but we pull together first within our own family, checking on each other, and then like I don't have water and power, so I shower, use the restroom somewhere else, and I get so many offers when I tell people I have nothing.
Yeah.
They feel kawawa to me, and they say come to our house and take a shower. So we as a community, let's lean on each other and help each other and offer each other. Because I have nothing to offer. I have kids around my neighborhood, and I read books to them, and I did art for them, and so let's lean on each other and hold hands with each. Sometimes you have nothing to offer, but just being there and saying, "How are you? I'm here. I have nothing to give, but somebody to listen to you." People
Yeah.
just need somebody to listen to.
But they're concerned. I mean, they're not complaining that they're cutting down the trees that have fallen. Their concern is it's too much, and they cannot push it back further so that they can clear the road.
I know.
So they do their best. They do
I
their
know.
best. So may mga galit na Pilipino, and they said, put it on your show. We don't care. And I said, no, I still respect my editor, my CEO, and I need to get clearance from them.
Maybe we can do an appeal. I don't know about, I guess, like I said, I don't look up too much to government leaders.
Yeah.
But if, I think that's part of leadership is that I see presidents when there's a disaster. I think President Bush was criticized because he did not go to, where was it? I'm drawing a blank. But he did not go because he said, I don't want to take up attention to myself, and instead of people working on the disaster, they have to attend to me. And that was what he said. Why he did not go to that, I think it was Louisiana. And I don't know the reasons. I don't judge people's hearts, but Sometimes you need to go there and be visible. People just need to know. So my advice to the, because also on the other hand, people will say, "Oh, you're just doing this for publicity." That's on the other side of the coin. So we don't know what they're doing, but there seems to be a swell of appeal, not necessarily a complaint or a criticism to our political leaders, but we do need you. We need you to sit down with us and maybe cry with us and commiserate with us and tell us everything will be okay. And I think that's
And
part of leadership.
just the mere fact of asking,
Your
how
presence.
are you guys doing?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, in other typhoons before, and I've seen this, is, yung microphone, yung governor going to villages, or the mayor's going to villages to down the streets, and they have a microphone asking them, how are you guys doing, I mean, something like that. Pero sabi nila, wala ni minsan, mula nung when the typhoon hit, and after Typhoon Mawar, they haven't seen the Dedido mayor nor the vice mayor. And of course, they're asking about. They haven't heard from the governor either.
Yeah.
So well, I know I don't wanna exacerbate the situation. So we'll take a short break and we'll breathe.
Okay.
We'll have a short break commercial. Stay with us.
Pinoy Express with 2 convenient locations, one in Harmon and Dedido. Tara mga kababayan, magpadala na tayo sa ating mga mahal sa buhay sa Pinoy Express. Sa Pinoy Express. Sa Pinoy Express.
Island Family Pharmacy is committed to providing care and service that goes beyond dispensing prescriptions. We offer personalized services focused on quality care, outstanding customer experience with prompt and professional attention. At our pharmacy, you are family.
Hi, welcome back to the last segment of my show, Kababayan, Kayo. This is a special edition of Kababayan, Kayo, to give the Filipino community, updates on FEMA and SBA application, how to apply for recovery aid and all that, translated in Tagalog. This is our last segment, and I just want to thank Jenny Ann, a dear friend of mine, almost like a sister, and for being with me. Kung hindi, nagkaka-buhol-buhol na naman ng aking Tagalog at saka English. So Jen, you're godsend.
Oh.
And before we left off, of course, we all have our opinion about politics and leadership and all that. But I want to go into the gist of this program today, and that is to show the translated FEMA, SBA info on how to apply. So yan, mga kababayan, okay? Paunawa batay sa pagproseso ng pag-apply ng tulong sa FEMA at SBA.
That's just an announcement on how to apply.
Yes. Oh,
So,
good.
it says-
Explain that in English.
Okay. Pumunta means go to Disaster Recovery Center, GCC, or Sports Complex.
Okay. Number 2. Tumawag sa FEMA hotline, and this is their hotline, 1-800-621-3362. Jen, tumawag means
tumawag
call.
means to call. Now, Sally, I'm curious. Tumawag ka. You called. How was
I
your
called.
experience?
Because my
You have to speak English. when you call the 800
Well,
number?
they give you, they ask you the option if you can,
Okay.
if you want to speak in English, because they can find somebody to
To
speak
translate.
Tagalog.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So tell the mga kababayan kung nahihiya ho kayong magsalita ng English, then just tell them. Sabihin nyo lang ho, meron ho silang translator. Right?
You
Okay.
said it already.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to fall online, kung ayaw nyong pumila sa mga recovery center dito sa Guam, pwede kayong tumawag dyan sa number na yan.
Mhm.
And it's manned 24/7.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and they're very, very fast.
Uh-huh.
Very courteous, very sympathetic, very emphatic. So, yan. Okay? Number 3, online. Jan, this is the website. Okay? disasterassistance.gov.
Okay.
Pwede rin kayong mag-online kung meron
okay.
kayong wifi.
Ayun ang mahirap.
Oo.
Kasi ho, kahit may wifi, matagal.
Yes.
Matagal mag-download.
So slow.
Oo.
So I would think that going online would be the last of the choices.
Yeah.
Okay? So number 4, okay? Ihanda ang mga dokumento na kailangan ng aplikante at ko-aplikante. Explain that in English.
Ito ho, this is what you need to prepare. That was my question. What information do they need? They need your name,
Okay.
Social-
Kailangan pangalan.
Social Security number, SS nyo ho, and gross income, GR,
Okay.
Taxable gross income.
Ibase ito sa income tax sa
Ng-
nakaraang taon.
So,
Okay.
2022, yung ano ho nyo, ilabas nyo yung income tax form nyo ho. But if you just have Social Security, retirement income, ayun ho,
Declare that.
i-declare nyo.
Oo. Ang natatanggap kada buwan.
Oo.
Okay?
Every month.
So declare it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ihanda yung mga dokumentong yon bago tumawag or mag-online or mag-apply sa mga centers, okay? At saka, eto, additional info, no? Contact numbers, cellphone o numero sa bahay kung gumagana na, okay? And make sure that, siguraduhin nyo lang na kung nasa prepaid kayo, meron kayong load. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Email address kasi tatanungin sa inyo kung anong gusto ninyo, ipapadala yung notice sa inyo via mail or via email.
Uh-huh.
So siguraduhin nyo lang na yung mailing address kung saan maipadala ang abiso galing sa FEMA o SBA ay tama
Uh-huh.
to the correct zip code, ha?
So be sure you also have your contact number, your cell phone, or your landline number, your email, or your mailing address. So just be sure you have access. For example, if you have a cell phone, that you have a load, and if they call, that you'll be ready to answer your phone. And so save your load for FEMA.
Okay.
Email, be sure you have access and you check your email, your mailing address. Be sure you check your email. Kung sa ibang gumagamit ho kayo ng ibang mailing address, be sure you check on them so you can get your notice.
Okay, next. Okay, number 6. Dokumento pa rin tayo, ha? Documents pa rin. Address kung saan naganap ang sakuna at saka pala date, ano? That was May 25, right? Okay, so that is needed. They'll ask you that info. Kung ang sakuna ay pamamay-ari ng aplikante, handa ang prueba. And what is the proof of ownership? Title to the property. Okay? Kung renter kayo, if you're renting, ideklara nyo agad na hindi nyo pag-aari ang property ng sakuna para walang delay ang tulong na maibigay o maisiwalat ng FEMA o SBA. Hindi kayo nag-aaksaya ng panahon.
Wow, ang galing mo mag-Tagalog, Sally. Okay. So these are the documents you need to be ready before you call or even go to SBA so you don't waste your time. Address, I'm assuming physical address where it happened, where the disaster or the incident happened. If you are the owner of that home, proof that you are owner, such as a title, deed for that property. And if you are renter, you just declare it agad na that you are not the owner of the property. Just tell SBA you're not the owner or FEMA.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, next. Okay, so in addition to this, na importante pala, no, Jen, na nakalimutan ko dyan, sa dami ng informasyon, they will also ask of your bank information.
Oh.
Because if you're approved, kung na-approvean ka, you have an option to receive the funds through the mail or direct deposit.
Oh, I see.
Okay? So make sure that you have your bank account, okay, and your routing number.
Routing number.
Yes.
Oho.
So I said that in Tagalog and English. Okay? Itong proseso ay 20 to 30 minutes lang. Okay? Pero alam ko sa dami na ng proseso, ay dami ng aplikante, sabihin na nating na-reduce yan ng 10 to 15 minutes.
Wow.
Okay. So it's even, mas mabilis pa nga kung pupunta kayo sa center. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maganda kasi walang time limit yun eh. Okay? But the process, when I applied on via the phone is 20 to 30 minutes. Very thorough ang mga FEMA ano yun yung
Well-trained.
intake
Well-trained
personnel. Yeah. So pagkatapos na napag-usapan ninyo kung ano yung mga kakailangan ninyo, bibigyan kayo ng FEMA ng case number. So make sure that you have a pen and a paper at wag nyo pong itatapon, isulat at wag iwala ang numero na I think it's about like 8 or 9 numbers. Oo. This is your ID number until your case, hanggat hindi ma-resolve ang kaso nyo. Kung bibigyan kayo ng pera o hindi, you know, i-refer.
Follow up.
Oo. Follow up. Kailangan mo itong case number na ito. Okay? So, parang social security mo yan. I-memorya mo na. Diba? Oo. Very important. Otherwise, it could cause delay.
Yeah.
Okay? Number 2.
No, we're still number 2. Okay.
Importante din na tandaan ng date ng pag-apply. Itatanong din ito sa iyo.
Oh, okay.
Kasi ang window of contact is 7 to 10 days.
Oh.
Okay? So, let's say you applied today, which is the 7th. Expect a call from a FEMA personnel. Palagay ko mabilis na. Kasi sabi sa akin is 10 days. And it's only been a week. Now I'm getting an inspector sa bahay ko. Sa tinitirahan ko bukas. It's only been a week.
Oh, nice.
Oo. So, case number, bibigyan kayo ng case number. Importante din na tandaan ang date ng pag-apply. Kasi kung hindi pa kayo na-contact, in 10 days, then pwede na kayong mag-follow up. Yes. Now, yung follow-up, you can call or you can go to the different centers. Kasi ipla-plug lang naman sa computer yung case number. Okay?
Wow.
So, very, very efficient.
Yeah, thank
At
God
saka
for...
walang delay. Okay, next.
Hold on, let me do it in English.
Oh, yeah.
So, they will give you a case number after a 20 to 30 minute, probably less amount of minutes for interview. They'll give you a case number. Write that down. You will also need the date when you applied, because right now they're saying 7 days they need to get back to you, and then if not, then they follow up. after 7 days, and they will ask you for your case number and the date that you applied. I personally like to write it down and then take a picture. So that's what I recommend.
Oh, good
Isulat
idea,
mo and
Jen.
then take a picture.
Yeah.
I take picture of everything. So,
Uh-uh.
and then it's in your phone.
Okay. That's a good one.
Mhm.
Okay. So next, Isaac. Yeah. Oh, yan.
Oh, yeah.
Yung in-explain natin. Maghintay ng 7, 7 hanggang 10 araw sa abiso ng FEMA o SBA. Kung lumampas na ang 10 days, saka pa lang kayo tumawag at mag-follow up or pumunta na kayo sa mga recovery centers here on island.
Mhm.
Okay? So, in-explain na natin
Yeah.
sa kanila yan.
And they'll ask you for your case number and the date you applied.
Yeah. Like me, I applied, no? I applied on the first. Ano tayo? 7.
Mm.
Oh, the 6 days pa lang.
They
diba?
contacted you.
They contacted me. Okay, so next, iwasan ng tumawag. Wag kayong makulit. Dahil ang daming personnel ng FEMA, ang dami nilang resource para hindi kailangan na makulit. Masisigurado ko po sa inyo, mga kababayan, na they will get to you. Okay? Kasi kung tawag kayong tawag, nakaka-istorbo at nakaka-delay ng proseso. Hindi lang kayo ang aplikante. Okay?
So stop calling and calling. Don't nag them. Just call once to follow up maybe after 10 days.
Yes,
And they'll get back
yes.
to you. Trust the process.
Yeah. We're dealing with the federal government here. Okay? Importante na totoo at
Yes.
makatotoo. Importante na totoo at makatotohanan ang idideklara nyo sa mga damages
Amen.
na sinapit ninyo.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Mhm.
At ang mga nawala sa inyo. Tandaan po ninyo, mga kababayan, mga mahal naming kababayan, okay? Ang pagsisinungaling o paglilinlang sa FEMA o SBA ay kriminal at may kaakibat na kulong at doble o triple na
Wow.
danyos. Ibig
Wow.
sabihin, kung binigyan ka ng 30,000,
Mhm.
ibabalik mo yun, maaring doble at triple.
Wow.
Depende
60,000,
kung anong
90,000. Yeah.
depende kung anong
Oo.
it's a fraud.
Yeah. Yeah.
So please, Jen, explain that to him.
So tell the truth. You cannot hide anything from the federal government. And then there's God in your conscience. So that's even, harder on yourself. It's not worth it, guys. Tell the truth at all times. God hates liars.
Okay. Next. Mag-apply na po para maagaran ang inyong paghihirap. Okay? Wag na kayong tanong ng tanong kung kani-kanino, lilituhin nyo kasi sa dami ng media, di ba, Jen? Sa dami ng media, iba-ibang informasyon yan. So, ang pinakamaigi po, mga mahal kong kababayan, mahal naming kababayan, nandito na ang mga centers, okay? At madadagdagan pa yung 3 na yan. Okay? And FEMA personnel and SBA will not leave the island without servicing the last victim of Mawar. Yeah.
Amen. Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
and they said that, very sincerely, and I believe it.
Yeah.
Okay? So, yan.
Sally is saying, and also what she told me is just go and apply. Yung wag ho yung magdepend sa mga haka-haka at saka yung mga marites. Go straight to the source and don't listen to rumors or, I heard this, I heard that. Just go straight to FEMA. You might qualify, you might not qualify. You won't know until they tell you directly. So just go straight to FEMA and apply.
Okay, napakabait at eksperto ang mga tauhan ng FEMA at SBA. Sa kasalukuyan, may mahigit na 600 personnel dito at madadagdagan pa yan dahil ang layunin nila ay matulungan lahat. Hindi sila aalis dito hanggat
Amen.
hindi.
Thank you, Lord.
Okay, so we already talked about that. Next, Isaac. Acknowledgement. Maraming salamat sa FEMA at SBA. Patnubayan sila lagi ng ating mahal na Panginoon.
Amen. Yeah. God
God
bless,
bless.
you, FEMA and SBA.
Yeah. Okay. So, kung gusto nyong balikan yung mga naisulat ko dyan, pumunta lang po kayo sa Kababayan, kasali kayo sa Kandit News Group. Okay. Makikita nyo yan anytime of the day after this live show. Ngayon mga kababayan, ano lang, pakiusap lang. Alam nyo, nung Spong Sangwa, ako marami na akong dinaanan na bagyo dito sa Guam, Jen. I was here when Typhoon Karen hit.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I was just a little girl.
Yeah.
And I saw that wind pile up cars after cars after
Oh,
cars. And in
scary.
one area, the basketball area next to our house, I swear, those cars that were piled up by Karen never fell on our house. And it was like, I would say about a yard away already. And I
That
saw that as a
close.
child, that close. Pero
Thank you, Lord. The Lord protected you
Yes.
and your family.
and the families of my dad's employer, Bijado's Barbershop.
Oh.
Yeah, lahat kami.
Thank you,
We were
Lord.
in that one compound in Tamuning, right
Wow.
behind the old Ben Franklin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my dad and the rest of the barbers.
You
So,
live to tell.
Yeah, so I've been here for so many typhoons, Karen. I was here during Pamela. And although my dad, I believe my dad already passed away, so my family moved to Jigo. Sa Jigo, ngayon yung mga kapatid ko, yung panganay naming kapatid, alam mo yung mahal na mahal kong kapatid na depressed ako nung namatay siya.
Your oldest sister.
Everything, she lost everything, the roof and
Pamela?
Pamela, yeah.
Yeah, that was a
PDN
big
went
one.
to interview her and she was headline sa nakakaawa talaga. She was
It's not the kind of headline you want to be in.
yeah. And she had 3 kids at that
Oh.
time. Yeah. So yung picture front page sa umiiyak siya, umiigib siya ng tubig, gano'n. So and then of course there's others, Chataan, and then
Omar.
Omar wasn't so bad, but Pong Sangwa.
Pangsangwa. Yeah.
Ang nangyari, kaya that's why we have I'm just this is just my opinion. Okay, the reason why, kasi kung iko-compare mo ang Pong Sangwa sa Mawar, mas malakas pa rin yung Pong Sangwa
Really?
Yes.
I don't remember the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mas malakas pa rin ang Pong
Pangsangwa
Sangwa.
was a super typhoon that they thought might have been 220, right? But
Yes.
all the sensors broke. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when that hit, when at the height of Pong Sangwa, I was in Manila.
I was here.
Yeah, you were here.
Yeah.
When I came back, it was the day after, or a couple of days after Pong Sangwa.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, according to some people, the process, the FEMA, the
Application.
aid, the aid was very slow. Okay, but I don't think so. It was a lot faster. But in my opinion, there was a lot of fraud that took place during that time. They were fast and they were just giving. Ngayon iba, different. That's why I think we have more trained
They
FEMA.
learned.
Yeah, you learn. I mean, when they're audited, and rightfully so. These are Americans' taxpayers' monies that we
It's not
have
right.
to. Yeah,
It's not the right way to live.
yeah. So, ganun. Sa mga kababayan, to my viewers, yun, my assessment as far as the Filipino community, their homes are concrete. They're more prepared with a situation like this. Okay, act of God.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of the damages that I saw were cosmetics.
Yeah.
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 So, I'm not worried about them.
Mhm.
But still, I would encourage everybody, Filipinos, Palawans, Chukis, whoever on island to just go and visit and apply
Mm-hmm.
for aid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, there's one house that I particularly saw in Machanao. Can we show that show that photo, Isaac, of the house where it's just a total mess? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this is the worst that I've seen when I went to Machanao. Yeah. Yeah. Sad. The front, the sides, and on the back, totally damaged. Thank God that their cars were not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But other than that, if you look at the neighborhood, it's okay. Now, this is a road. Now, this is what some of the residents within that proximity of that road are very angry about. Kasi if you look at that branch, that's a tangan-tangan.
Oh.
Okay,
Tall one.
it's if that snaps,
Mm-hmm.
because part of its roots is already are already up anong tawag doon?
Show it uprooted.
Yeah, uprooted.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and you can see it's a two-way street.
Uh-huh.
This is towards the that UR market. There's a lot of residents in that
Oh
area.
yeah, very busy road.
Yeah,
That
it's a very
it looks
busy road.
familiar. Yeah.
It's not as busy now because I was there like, oh my goodness, I think after lunch.
I've driven through a road like that, and I told my sister, I have to stop and then drive fast.
Yes,
because
yes.
I don't want this
It's-
falling on me.
And it's I
Yeah.
took it from afar, so but its trunk is pretty big if you go closer.
Yeah.
So the residents in that area said, we haven't seen the mayor
Anybody.
here, nor the vice mayor. And they cannot touch it because there's a power line along that. And it's very dangerous.
Mhm.
If something happens there, it's a double whammy. But I just wanted to show that. We're going to wrap up the show. And Jen, thank you so much. Isaac, I'll see you Saturday. I hope I get more news. What did you drop? You're so excited to do the show with me, Isaac.
You're excited because I'm here. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, thank you for having me. It was a very serious, we make light of it just to not to be so too heavy. But it is a serious topic, and our hearts go out to those who are suffering. There are people suffering right now.
Absolutely. And never mind. I'm not going to talk
Yeah.
about. Well, let me say this.
I know what you're going
Let
to
me say this,
Let's just appeal.
you appeal, but I have to say this. Troy had a guest here, and it was a representative from Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio. And
Ah.
for so many times during that show, I heard the name Dennis Rodriguez. Oh, Senator, they don't even have the audacity to call him former Senator Dennis Rodriguez. They're calling him Senator. He's not an incumbent senator right now. And so I feel like they're politicizing this situation. And you know what? Keep the politics, behind this.
Mm-hmm.
It's too early to even mention what we hear out there as your running mate for the next, because in 2 years, right, we're gonna have another gubernatorial, and I heard that Josh and Dennis Rodriguez are going to run. This is not the time to politicize, to promote your candidacy and whatever. You know, I just don't agree with that. It pissed me off. You know, let's put that politics aside, and do. You know, you can do something without mentioning Dennis Rodriguez and, oh, we did this and we did that. You know, no, 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 no. It's unacceptable for me. And really, it's frustrating, frustrating. You
So
can help without, what do you call that?
grandstanding.
Yeah, grandstanding.
So just maybe, like you said, appeal. Reach out to somebody if you're doing okay. Reach out to somebody that you haven't heard from for a while, whether you're a politician or not, whether you're a leader or not. Just all of us can do something small to help
Exactly.
somebody. Even just a kind word, water. Give
Yeah.
to somebody who doesn't have water.
You know,
Let's pull together.
don't do something and then you're gonna say, ah, we did this, we did that, you know. But lo and behold, I haven't. Like I said, I went out there on the day after Mawar, and you know, the whole day, and the only thing I saw was lines of cars, you know, panicking because this government did not, it's not prepared for a lot of things. Well, I don't want to talk about it, mga kababayan, kasali. Uh, salamat sa panunood ng show ko. We'll see you Saturday, and be safe out there. To my brothers and sisters throughout the island of different ethnicity, you know, be safe, please, okay? This is not over, but I know you guys are resilient. We'll get through this, okay? Thank you for watching. This is Sally Aquino, Kababayan, kasali kayo, on Kandit News Group. It's a wrap.